This segment of Naperville Sports Weekly is brought to you by the Daily Herald.
I'm joined with head coach Jennifer Urban of the Naperville North Volleyball team. Thank you for joining us this morning, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
The team went on such an incredible postseason run this year, making it all the way to the sectional final as a 6th seed. How exciting was that for you as a coach, just watching this team battle each set of the postseason and make it farther than a lot of people thought that they would?
It was a great way to end our season. I think that looking back at where we started to where we finished, they really came full circle. And it was great to see us playing some of our best volleyball at the end of the season when it mattered the most.
And looking at the seniors, we've kind of talked about it after a lot of the games. The senior leadership on the team was so great. With just 3 seniors, Emily Bushman, Jennifer Dorr, and Anna Folliard. What can you say about what that trio was able to bring to this team?
Yeah, that trio was everything for us. There's no way we would have finished the way we did without the 3 of them. I think they embraced the fact that it was a smaller senior class, so they each had to do more for us to be successful. I think coming in with a younger group, they instantly started to teach the younger girls just about the tradition of the volleyball program, how hard you need to work in practice to be able to compete against some of the better teams in our conference and then outside of conference. And then just instilling confidence in our younger players really made the difference. It was very strong internal leadership that you just can't put a price tag on.
And this was one of the most successful seasons you've had since becoming head coach. Where did this team this season kind of rank for you, perhaps with seasons of past?
It'll definitely be one of the most enjoyable, and not necessarily where we finished or our record or anything like that, but it was watching a group of girls coming in that we really weren't sure where we were going to finish. We weren't sure even what were some realistic expectations for this group before we started playing matches, and then just seeing a pretty big evolution with them over the course of the season. Going into conference, we thought it would be realistic for us to finish in the top 3, and we were able to do that.
Yeah.
I think we competed with everyone really strong in conference with only 2 losses, and then going as far as we could in the postseason was a great way for us to finish the season.
And looking at the DVC this year with the Valley schools coming in, Jennifer Dorr kind of mentioned that the win over Nequa, who was the top team in the DVC this year, being kind of a turning point, one of her favorite moments of the season. What did that win against Nequa kind of mean heading into the regional semi game against Geneva?
Well, that win was really important for us because we were playing against a strong team that had a lot of seniors on their team and had been there before and were veterans. And it was great for us to be able to play well and win a match on the road. I think that definitely gave us confidence that we can compete with teams that are taller than us, are stronger physically, and more experienced. So I think that definitely was a turning point for us over the course of the season. We had some other big conference matches as well. Most matches against the top 5 or 6 teams in conference all went 3 sets. So there were so many evenly matched teams that you were really forced to play your best each night.
And you kind of mentioned it as well. This team, and I know Emily Bushman did as well when I spoke to her after the sectional game. This isn't the biggest team. It's not the oldest team, obviously, but it's a team that just stays together and finds ways to win. What else can you say about the qualities that this team brings to the court that you're able to kind of just grind out wins no matter if it's 2 sets or 3?
Well, I thought the important thing for us going into this season was not to make excuses about our height, our age, our experience, and really focus on what we could control. And that was our work ethic and practice. It was our communication. It was being a good teammate to each other. I think something the seniors did right from the start was create and form good relationships with the younger girls on the team. And just having that trust between the girls really carried over to the court. And then when we started to compete and beat some teams that maybe we weren't supposed to during the year, that confidence just kept growing. And everybody bought into the example that the seniors led.
We've talked about the seniors a little bit. Looking at some of the underclassmen, just so much talent on this roster. Looking at Sarah Kushner as just a freshman, What were some things that you saw out of her that just, I mean, the few times I was able to watch, just incredible talent coming in her first season of varsity volleyball. What else can you say about what Sarah Kushner was able to bring to this team?
Sarah had a great season. She's somebody that led our team. She was one of the top 2 or 3 in kills, in passing percentage, in digs, in aces. So she kind of did everything for us. It'll be really exciting to watch her grow and develop over the course of the season. She's someone who is pretty fearless on the court. She doesn't get rattled. She's just really steady. I know the older girls had a lot of confidence in her. They liked playing next to her, and she's an exciting player to watch.
And then on the other side of the court, hitting from the other position, Ari Budnick as well, as just a sophomore. How exciting is it for you as a coach knowing that you're going to have that duo hitting from the outside for another 2 full seasons?
It's really exciting. I know, looking at the teams we played in the postseason, all the teams that were really strong had 2 solid outside hitters. And I think in the postseason they were going up against 2 junior outside hitters, 2 senior outside hitters, and it was pretty cool to see that we had a freshman and sophomore in those slots. I think that they are going to carry our team in the next couple years because they can do all skills. And it'll be really exciting to see them step up leadership-wise the next couple of years.
And with just a few departing seniors, you've got, we've kind of talked about the talent coming back, but other players as well. It seems like each set, it's a different player that can kind of step up and have a big set. I know Sarah Wastek had a great postseason. Katie Cahill had a couple great games for you. Just what can you say about the rest of the talent that's going to be returning to this season and what that's going to hold for the future and maybe the next couple seasons?
I think it's exciting to see a lot of potential returners on the roster. We talked at the end of the St. Francis match that it's really important for us not to expect that great things are going to happen next year, and that there's a reason why teams are successful. And you definitely need the talent, but you need the leadership. And which girls start to step up in leadership roles is going to be huge for us, because we saw how far we got with the amount of talent we had this year and how much we were able to elevate our play with the strong leaders on our team. And that's definitely what we're looking for next year, because we lose 3 great leaders in our seniors.
Was there any specific moment for you, perhaps kind of a turning point in the season moment, or perhaps just a game or a specific set that kind of stands out for you and really kind of as a highlight of this season?
Well, the Geneva match was a strong one for us. I know it was at the end, so it wasn't necessarily a turning point midway through the season, but just to see the way the girls started down and didn't get rattled and bounced back, I think that set really sticks out as the attitude of the team and what we prided ourselves in this year. We talked when we were down by quite a bit that it's hard for any team to sustain that level of play, and they were playing pretty flawless on the other side of the net, so we just wanted to try to chip away at their lead and then get some momentum back on our side and see what we could do from there. So I thought the girls responded really well, and that was kind of the attitude that they took all season, but we just saw that come to play with that Geneva match.
And now that it is the end of the season, how soon until you kind of get back into off-season programs or the girls start getting back to work and kind of gearing up for next year? I know it's quite a ways away, but just kind of what does the off-season program look like?
Well, most of the girls had their club tryouts last weekend, so they're on their different teams, and I really don't see a lot of them until summer camp. So they're kind of on their own doing whatever strength training programs that they're working at their clubs and the training that they're receiving, and then we'll get them back in the summer.
All right, well, congratulations on a great season and best of luck next year.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.